Support and resistance are price levels where the demand-supply equation is expected to change. It's a key juncture where the forces of demand and supply meet. Now, support results from the inability to move below prior lows, and resistance results from the inability to surpass prior highs. Price is expected to stop moving in the direction it was and will either consolidate or reverse. Let's go deeper into the concepts. Support is the price level at which demand is thought to be strong enough to prevent the price from declining further. It is believed that demand will overcome supply and prevent the price from falling further and prices advance. When we draw a line joining all the lows, the line is called a support line, and the price bounces off consistently when approached. Now, this support is a buy zone in case of an uptrend and a profit-taking zone in case of a downtrend. So this support over here is a profit-taking zone, and this support over here is a buy zone. But why so? This is a downtrend over here as price is making new lows and highs are also lower. So if for some reason you went short here, then you would look to book profit at support, which is at this point over here. And it's a buy zone here as the trend is up. Price is making higher high and higher lows. Now this profit-taking zone doesn't mean that you cannot set up a buy trade. You certainly can. But it's going to be a risky trade as you're looking to buy against the trend. Counter-trend buying depends on a lot of other parameters and will be known to you later in the segment, especially after we understand and uncover the potential of a divergence. Now, if a support line is broken, then the current trend is said to be broken and the market is likely to establish a lower price to set up a new support. Now, these price movements can be volatile and dip below support briefly, hence the existence of support zones. Now, let's understand the concept on this currency pair GBP/USD. Price, after capturing this post, continued to rally and then consolidate for a while and rallied higher after taking support where it resisted earlier. Look here how price manages to hold itself at previously established support. Demand is certainly looking strong enough and is preventing the price to fall below. Here also, there seemed to be no interest in selling and price consistently bounces off when the support line is approached. And eventually the upward momentum picks up again and the pair makes a new high. Now in this chart of an index, see how price manages to hold the support line. This is a first point of reference. Now say standing here, we do know that in future if price corrects, then this is likely to be an area where support may be taken. Remember, this simply isn't the only technique to determine support or resistance. There are varieties of techniques to determine where price may potentially take support or resist, like Fibonacci levels, trend lines, pivot points, and quite a few others. But we will focus on this plain vanilla concept here for the time being. So coming back to this chart, we observe that price after some correction does manage to take support around the first reference point and rallies higher. But how do we know if there lies a trading opportunity? Now that's another challenging issue to deal with. But candlestick and volume analysis can bail you out in such situations. You would know which support to trade and which ones to discard. The chart does look promising here and maybe is causing encouragement to you that this concept of support works all the time. But it isn't true. on some occasions you will find price to rally marginally, just marginally, after having taken support, and breaks down instantaneously without taking out the prior highs. So you got to deal with such situations. You must know which support is likely to hold and which ones are trap being set for you. So here again, price after faltering at the new highs corrects to sustain around this established region of support, and here too. Okay, now I've included this chart in order to enable you understand that support line doesn't have to be a horizontal in nature as we observed on the charts a moment ago. See how price bounces off this line and eventually takes off on the appearance of this candlestick pattern hammer. Remember again that this zone is ideally a profit-taking zone for the shorts that you may have created here or here, but you may set up a buy trade also on other relevant parameters getting fulfilled.